Hey everybody, thank you so much for coming to my channel, D versus Debt. This is D, and it is Money Monday, so it's time to stuff my cash envelopes. So basically I gave myself $100 in cash spending as an allowance in certain categories, and then I have other categories where I also budget $100 a week in credit card spending, and those are the categories that I don't have to worry about abusing, basically, like overspending, indulging, and things like that. So it's gasoline, groceries, expenses like that where I won't go hog wild. Whereas for these categories that I do, the cash budgeting is the ones that I really have to have more of a tight rein on. And then I also have my sinking funds where I build up the amount of money. So here we go. Let's go ahead and stuff my cash envelopes and my sinking funds. So I'm gonna work with my usual 100. Got 20, 40, 60, 70, 75, 80, 85, 90, 95, 96, 97, 98, 99, $100. So it's hard to believe we're well into November. Time is flying and I'm starting to panic a little bit the closer we get to Christmas and all of that stuff. All right, so speaking of Christmas, for giving, I am gonna do my usual 5 singles. And the way I do this is if I don't run into people out and about that need money or selling stuff, then I spend the dollars online, I give online. So I give either in person or electronically. So there's my weekly allowance for that. For my happy envelope, I'm not putting in any money for this. Remember, I was trying to build up $20 a week for that conference that I ended up not going to. I did go instead to what I call the adulting conference, which was to learn about investing and building wealth and all of that. It was okay. I ended up only spending $19 for it, and I think I got my money's worth because it was basically like an all-day commercial for other conferences, really. So I was like, well, okay, 20 bucks. I also bought a hoodie. So I had $80 in here. I saw a hoodie on Amazon that was pretty. So it wasn't something I needed. It was just something I wanted. So I thought, okay, I'm gonna give myself that since I didn't go to Phoenix for the conference. I'll splurge on a hoodie. So that leaves me with 20, 40, 41, 42, 43. So I won't stuff anything into it this week because that's plenty of money for holding me over probably for a couple weeks. For my Yum envelope, you are gonna be shocked. I gave myself a budget of 20 and I have 11 left. I assumed I was gonna burn through this envelope like crazy. However, so I'm very proud that it has $11 left. However, I am gonna splurge and put another 20 in here, which is a whopping allowance of $31 for this week. Now, the reason why, and ladies, you're gonna be like, oh, okay, yeah, maybe that's not enough, is all this week I'll be like in a hormone-induced binge, like eating all the carbs I can stuff in my face as quickly as possible. And then once this week is over and the PMS rage is gone, then I'll be back to eating like a normal human being. But for now, all this is basically gonna go to carbs and right down my pie hole. All right, so there it is for Yum for this week. For shopping, I didn't spend any money, but I'm still gonna go ahead and put 5 into here. I'm trying to build this one up as well. So that means that puts me at 15 for shop. And we'll see when I actually get to shopping, probably sometime in December. Handyman, he didn't stop by this week. He's been very busy, so that's good that he's, getting jobs and stuff other places. So yay. So I'm gonna add just 5 this week, and so that gives me 20, 25, 30, 35 in his envelope. He's feeling much better, which makes me happy as well. He is on disability. He has a bad back and other health issues, and so he did go through a rough patch, but he's starting to feel better. I can tell by the way he's moving and when we chat and all of that stuff. All right, water gets its usual 10. So this I'm building back up to pay my water bill. My poor plants haven't been really getting watered because I'm trying to save money, but also it's winter, they're starting to go to sleep. So it's 10, 20, 25, 30, 30. Wait a minute, wow. wishful thinking, 10, 20, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, $30 in my water envelope for my water bill. And I always keep a copy of the month before, just for safekeeping, in case they're like, hey, you didn't pay, you know, because I pay in cash and I have proof. And then the next month when I pay it, then I toss the receipt and put the new one in for safekeeping. All right, so that is my budget binder or my wallet binder. Time for my sinking funds. So for home, I'm also gonna stuff $5 into here. I'm really triggered by the fact that there's 4. I'd like to put another 1 in there. So I might sneak 1 in there if I have one left over from change from my Yum envelope, we'll see. So for now I have 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Because again, like, I like nice round numbers, and to have it be a weird number like that, it's just like, stress. So there's my home envelope. Gifts gets the usual 20. So close to being done with my goal, and I'm starting to do like a list and looking around online to try to figure out how to spend the Christmas money. 20, 40, 60, 80, 100, 20, 40, 60, 80, 200, 20, 40. So 240. So my mom's a lot easier to shop for because she's very specific about the kind of crafts she enjoys and things like that. My dad is the one that's hard to shop for. He's doesn't really have hobbies. He's picky, and you know, bless his heart, he's so sweet. I love him to death, but he's so hard to shop for. And then he doesn't like the typical old people gifts that people give him, you know, like slippers and a flannel shirt, you know, things like that. So it's like, come on, work with me, Dad. Tell me what you want. So there's my Christmas envelope. Unbudgeted. I'm gonna put a whopping $20 in there since I saved on my other categories that I went kind of skimpy on this week. I'm gonna build this up so that there are $50 in here again. So 20, 40, 50. I just feel better having a little bit more money here and unbudgeted, because you never know what might come up, like a pet emergency or something breaks in the house or just whatever. So I need to be more aggressive with my stuffing of this particular envelope. And now for my last binder. So for community, I'm gonna put in the usual 5, and that is to do online tips, buying from fellow YouTubers and Etsy shop owners, shops, super chats, things like that. So that gets its 5 for the week. And last week I totally depleted it, so here's the 5 for this week to spend. YouTube, I'm going to put in also the usual weekly 5 to build up towards my next giveaway. So I have $10 here, and I'm thinking of doing a sneaky giveaway instead of the usual end of the month giveaway. I'm thinking of sneaking a little bonus one in there just as a thank you. And then for December, I've got big plans, so this is going to get a lot more action. For my Etsy shop, this is absolutely mind-blowing. So I'm gonna do IOUs leading up to the first week of the month when I have the money deposited into my bank account. So originally I had about, I think like $45, which I was like, holy moly, I'm rich. Now what's sitting in my IOU account being ready to be deposited at the moment that I checked right before filming is $88 due to Chrissy featuring me on her live stream where she talked about my shop and sent people over there. In a span of 24 hours, I sold 61 printables from my Etsy shop, and those were from people watching her live stream or going back and doing the playback and watching the recorded version of it. So I'm just so incredibly grateful. This is to me a huge amount of money. So I'm just blown away by the fact. Last month when I had $40 at the end of the month, I was like, oh my goodness, yeah. And now it's like, dang, I'm halfway through the month and there's $88 in there. So wow, holy smokes. Thank you so much, everybody. And Chrissy, thank you, you're a doll, for shouting at my shop like that and bringing in all of those sales. I just can't, I'm still in disbelief. She actually put me on camera. So that was the first time for a lot, I think everybody, yeah, I think for everybody, seeing my face. Unfortunately, my face was beet red at the time because I was just so embarrassed, like, oh my goodness. So shocked and embarrassed and just thankful. So I was a color basically of these two combined right here. All right, so those are my envelopes. So that means it's time to do my Thanksgiving savings challenge. So thankful for the semester being over. It's just 3 weeks left basically. So let's see, let's shake, shake, shake. See what this gives me. Oh yes, finally a wishbone. Hallelujah. So that's what I've been wanting for so long because it's only $5 and I finally got it. So ha ha ha, Mr. Turkeys, you didn't get me this time. So let's go ahead and color in the wishbone and put those $5 away. Just grab them from here. Put it into my envelope. All right, so that means that with this 5, I've got 20, 40, 60, 85. I've been condensing my bills because these envelopes are getting so dang fat. So I went in there and traded out all the 1s and 5s and little bills into 20 so that I could actually close my binder because this thing is starting to get pretty dang hefty. All right, so that is it for this week. Thank you so much for watching and I hope you have a wonderful Monday.